Welcome to SA Sports Show. I'm Greg Anderson, my co-host Barry Curtin.
Greg.
I'm filling in, of course, for Phil Smythe.
Phil?
Yeah, he's on holidays. He's having a couple of weeks off, so you got me for 2 weeks actually.
Excellent.
So we've got a great show ahead. Now, I'm not sure if you watched the show, but we've done a highlights package of Phil Smythe.
Smiley, yes.
How good was he as a player?
He was a gun. Absolute gun. Yeah. He was a type of player, one of the rare beasts that just draws crowds just to watch him. Yeah. Not the team, him. He was that good.
Olympian, Australian captain, coach of a couple of premierships, all that sort of stuff. But last night, I think this might nuke all of that. I went to Mama Camella's. They've got a pizza named after him.
You're kidding me.
They got the Smythe pizza.
You're kidding me.
So I had to get it. It was very tasty.
Did we know this before?
No.
Oh, you didn't know?
No. So there it was.
He's never said anything about it?
He's never said it. He got very, very quiet. But they got the Smythe down at Mama Camilla's. So.
Did you have the Bazza burger?
Well, apparently that's at the Allen Hotel, and I will have it at the El Bazza Burger. I'll try that as well.
Wow.
We've got a great show.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a great show. We've got a couple. Terry Lindblom, who's just what a laugh he is. A great guy. Vegas promotions, and of course a great South Australian. I mean, how successful he has been is fantastic.
And he brings all the big names in. He brings them all in. And he's a really hard worker. But he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Another
interesting guy is Carl Swartz.
Yeah.
Carl Swartz. He used to be president of the Polyadelaide Athletic Club, but they've done a remarkable with the council to put a tartan track. It's 10 lanes by 120 metres. Great for professional meets, and also great for athletics, South Australian and amateurs as well. So we've got a lot of guests. So
he's also the AFL Women's Coach of the Year or something as well.
I forgot about that. He wears a couple of hats, so he's he's very passionate about his sport.
He is actually. He is a very passionate man. But you said it. He did a fantastic job with the grounds down there.
Yeah.
Because he beat the football club, Port Adelaide Football Club, by a beat.
I know. Yeah.
And he is very proud of that.
Yeah.
And he did a wonderful job.
And he's going to tell us a bit about a professional meet, and it'll be the first professional meet in South Australia on a tartan track.
Yeah.
I mean that's just down at Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. So I think the show's going to be a good one. I hope I can fill Phil's shoes for the next hour. But anyway, we're going to cross over to Ashley for news.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. The Adelaide 36ers have once again fallen to Melbourne United in a grand final rematch. The Sixers went down by a narrow 3-point margin, with Jacob Wiley once again showing why he's one of the best. The big man's 13 points and 8 rebounds was not enough to break Adelaide's Victorian curse, which now spans 2 years. The boys take on the Taipans in Cairns tonight. Staying with basketball, Adelaide Lightning have been defeated by a persistent University of Canberra side. The scores were tight all game, but a strong last quarter from the capital saw them walk away with the points. Let's hope Adelaide can turn around their poor start when they take on the Bendigo Spirit at Adelaide Arena on Sunday. To soccer, Adelaide United started strong last week against Sydney FC, with the game finishing 1-1. United scored a flyer in the first half, but Sydney hit back just after 80th minute. They host the Newcastle Jets tonight in round 2 of the A-League. In cricket, the Redbacks have held on for the draw in the Sheffield Cup season opener. Standing captain Jack Lehmann steadied the ship for the South Aussies, who look to be heading for a final day collapse, sitting at 5 for 27. Lehmann soaked up a massive 126 deliveries to reach stumps unbeaten. Good news for South Aussie squash players, with the announcement that Port Lincoln will soon play host to a new league of players. The new stadium will host a variety of new leagues, junior competitions and potentially even racquetball events. Construction of the leisure centre and the new courts are expected to be completed midway through next year. Both the South Australian men and women's hockey teams had tough days at the office over the weekend, both falling to very strong Victorian outfits. The Suns battled it out all day against the Vipers, but conceded from a penalty corner in the third. The Hotshots were given a masterclass by the Vikings, who kept the boys scoreless and piled on 13 goals of their own. Both teams will head to finals looking to make their mark on the competition. The good news keeps on coming for the Bite, with another US import choosing Adelaide as their preferred destination for baseball. Speedy short shot Mikey Reynolds has signed with the Bite after serving stints in Atlanta and St. Louis in US minor leagues. And to Colombia, fellow teammates Jordan McArdle and Aaron Whitefield led the Australian under-23 team to victory against a previously undefeated Dominican Republic, giving Bite fans a taste of what they have to offer this upcoming season. A good weekend for South Aussie athletics with Jess Trengove setting a new personal best and taking out 4th in the Toronto Marathon over the weekend. Para-athlete Jack Netting also impressed crowds, recording a new under-18, under-20 and open long jump Australian record at the Viva SA All Schools Games with a jump over 4 metres. Well done to 2 of our best. And that's all for this week, guys. Have a good weekend.
Yes, thanks very much, Ash, and welcome back to the SA Sports Show. Time to talk a little bit of basketball, and my pleasure to be joined by the High Performance Manager of Basketball SA, David Ingham. David, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, explain your role. High Performance Manager, okay, there's a lot of high performance managers around there now, but it's a fairly big area to cover when you're talking about one High Performance Manager for Basketball SA. Your role?
Yeah, so we cover all of the junior high performance, and so we cover South Australia, the country and metro. We have about 10 state teams, about 8 different high performance programs, and then some junior development programs as well. Yeah. So it's a big area, but plenty of people to help me out.
That was going to be my next question. You've got to have help here. You can't be the only man to control all of that. So if you're looking after a state team, a state under 15 or under 16, how does the high performance manager monitor them? Now you have somebody, a lieutenant there that looks after them, that comes to you, reports to you?
So all the coaches coach the team. We select coaches, and we have a head coach, an assistant coach, development coach.
Okay.
So we have a big staff, and my job is to oversee that, help them develop as coaches, to make sure the team's heading down the right track. So it's a big operation, and I just play my part. The old Bill Belichick thing, everyone does their job, and hopefully we achieve some success.
Yeah. What's your history then, mate? I mean, basketball background, you got a basketball history?
So I went to the Institute of Sport back in the day, a long time ago, and played for the national junior team.
Okay.
Coached overseas, coached in the NBL in the early days.
Okay.
Played in the NBL, so lucky enough to coach overseas in the Middle East and coached in China.
Wow.
And then come back, and I've been part of the national junior program for a couple of years as well.
So how does our programs compare to those programs, the programs that you've been involved in overseas? There's some big names you just rattled off there.
Well, Australia is held in very high regard internationally. We have very good development programs.
Yeah.
And if you just want to take the US into consideration, they have such a big population. But our development programs, a lot of our kids develop a lot better than their kids until it just becomes a numbers game, and their great athletes take over.
Yeah.
But the way that we develop our junior structures are so well developed that we're the envy of a lot of the countries around the world.
That's amazing. When I saw you were coming in, SA High Performance Manager, you obviously have now got a job doing something that you love. So basketball's been obviously a passion for you, so this would be like not even going to work.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. And it is. I'm sure it's the same for every high performance manager in every sport.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to work in something that we love.
Yeah.
We obviously put a lot of passion, a lot of care into it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot worse jobs out there than my job. That's for sure.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah. So we got a season about to start. We got the big season about to commence.
So basketball is played all year round. So from Basketball SA's perspective, there's lots of social competitions just starting up. The summer competitions.
Yeah.
From a high performance point of view, we have lots of state teams that are going through selection processes right now.
Okay.
We have lots of high performance programs that are just winding down, and a lot of state team programs that are just winding up.
Yeah.
In the country, we have a lot of country programs that are just starting.
Yeah.
They tend to play a lot more in summer and a lot less in winter.
Yeah.
So there's basketball is thriving, and there's certainly competitions going all over the place.
Going to be my next question, participation. There's been a fair bit of excitement about the basketball of late with Bogut and Simmons in particular, I suppose, Dante Exum playing in America. Participation-wise, has it improved? Is it getting bigger, basketball? Because a few years ago, it was a bit of a must-watch on TV. It sort of waned a little bit, and it appears now that it's on the up again.
I think there's two different sections there. One is participation. Participation has always been held back by facilities.
Okay, yeah.
In South Australia, we're just getting a couple of new stadiums, but the more stadiums we get, the more people will get playing.
Yeah.
And we already have big numbers playing. It's just a matter of getting courts.
Yeah.
In Victoria, the amount of people that play basketball is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They have 15-court stadiums, 20-court stadiums,
Okay.
And all of them are full all the time.
Yeah.
Same with all around the country. For active watching the game, it's never been bigger.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky we have 8 NBA players this year.
Yeah.
And they're not just sitting on the bench either. They're actually,
out there.
well, Ben Simmons obviously was a #1 draft choice. Andrew Bogut was a #1 draft choice. So again, that comes back to our great development programs that we're developing players, but we've also got some great players. And of course, South Australia's own Joe Ingles, if he keeps going after his start, he may well end up being an all-star this year. He's had a great start to the season, so it causes plenty of excitement around the place.
When you talk about stadiums, when you talk about somewhere to go to play, where are our basketball courts now? Where are our major centres now where we can go and have a game of basketball?
Well, St Clair is just about to open. So St Clair was redeveloped. It's going to become a 6-court stadium. There's a new stadium just breaking ground at Northfield. And that will be a 5-court stadium. There's a new stadium about to open up at Mount Barker. It's in a high school there. That's a 4-court stadium.
Big area up there too.
Big area there. And then, of course, we have Wayville. That's a 3-court stadium. We have Marion. That's a 2-court stadium. Hillcrest is a 2-court stadium. Port Adelaide is a 3-court stadium.
Need them bigger?
We need them a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
We need to get it'd be great for basketball in South Australia if we could get a 10-court stadium or an 8-court stadium, so that we could have lots of camps and do lots of things from a greedy high performance point of view. Having a big stadium like that where we could run lots of camps and have everyone in the one place would be fantastic. But also for participation. The social basketball is huge. A lot of people, cricketers, footballers, go and play social basketball in the off season, and the numbers are very big. And like I said, it's just being held back by facilities.
So who do you lobby? Who do you go to? Who's the man that you have to see about your stadium?
It's the Wingard, isn't it, I think? So, it's obviously the government. We need the government. And that's the hard thing is to build a football oval. It's just a matter of building an oval. We need a building. And so you start to talk in the $4, $5, $6, $7 million for basketball stadiums, and it's costly, but they're occupied all the time, and they can be used for lots of different things: netball, volleyball, basketball. But they're always going to be used. They're just expensive to build.
Okay, stars on the way. One last one for you. Who's coming up? Who have we got?
Well, we've just got a South Australian. We've got a number of actually really good kids that are at college in America, and it's sort of the pathway now where you play state basketball. You either go to the Centre of Excellence in Canberra, which used to be the AIS, and then you go on to college. Or a number of people just go straight to college. And we've got kids in college at Stanford University, St Mary's University, Hawaii. So we've got a number, and they're just South Australian kids. So there's a lot of kids over there that are making a name for themselves, and making the NBA is always tough. It's a numbers game, but we've got a lot of people that are knocking on the door for it.
Okay, mate. Thanks for joining us today. Good luck. We had a couple of guys from the basketball. I can't remember where they were from, who made a video of their grand final win in the league last year. Maybe who went top last year?
Would it have been West Adelaide?
It could have been West Adelaide.
Southern Tigers.
Is it anticipated to be a really strong comp again?
And
close?
Our Premier League competition is always strong, and all the clubs put a lot of resources into it, and it's always a strong competition for both men and women.
All right, mate. Thanks for joining us, David. Pleasure to have you in.
Thanks, Adam.
We'll be back with more in a moment.